Hi, I'm PNC Joe, and I only talk about commercial insurance. Breach of duty is a pivotal issue that keeps small business owners awake at night. It occurs when an expected standard of care is neglected, leading to potential liabilities that can significantly impact a business's reputation and finances. Understanding and navigating the intricacies of this concept is challenging, as it involves legal nuances and varying interpretations based on different situations. Keep watching because in this video, we will discuss these important topics. Understanding breach of duty. What constitutes a breach of duty in a professional setting? How is breach of duty proven in court? What are the potential defenses against a breach of duty claim? How does breach of duty differ from breach of contract? What are the implications of a breach of duty on insurance coverage? Determining the standard of care, understanding negligence versus intentional acts, and a bonus topic at the end. Let's go through these points one at a time. A breach of duty happens when someone fails to do what they are supposed to do, especially if they promise to take care of something. It's like if a babysitter forgets to watch the child they are supposed to be taking care of. In the world of law, this usually means that someone did not act responsibly, which could lead to someone else getting hurt or something getting damaged. In a professional setting, a breach of duty occurs when a professional, like a doctor, teacher, or lawyer, does not do their job as they should. For example, if a doctor gives the wrong medicine to a patient because they didn't check the patient's history, that could be a breach of duty. The professional is expected to perform their tasks with care and skill, and failing to do so could lead to harm or problems. To prove a breach of duty in court, you typically need to show that someone had a responsibility, they failed to meet it, and this failure caused harm. Imagine if you were building a treehouse, and someone promised to hold the ladder for you, but let go, causing you to fall. You would need to show that they promised to help. They didn't, and you got hurt because of it. If someone is accused of a breach of duty, they might argue that they did everything they could to prevent harm, or that the harm wasn't their fault. For instance, if a lifeguard is accused of not saving someone in time, they might say that they acted as quickly as possible, or that the person was in a place they weren't supposed to be. Breach of duty is different from breach of contract because it deals with failing to act responsibly, while breach of contract is about not keeping a promise or agreement. For example, if you promised to sell your bike to a friend but then sold it to someone else, that would be a breach of contract. Breach of duty is more about not doing things safely or properly. Insurance may help cover costs if someone is found to have breached their duty, depending on the specific terms and conditions of the policy. For instance, if a doctor is sued for making a mistake, their insurance might help pay for legal costs and any damages, subject to the policy's coverage terms. Different types of insurance, like professional liability insurance, may offer protection in these situations by potentially covering the costs of legal defense or settlements, depending on the policy details. The standard of care is the level of attention and caution that someone is expected to follow. It's like having a rule book for doing a job properly. For example, a chef should cook food to the right temperature to make sure it's safe to eat. If they don't, it could be a breach of duty because they didn't meet the standard. Negligence when someone doesn't do something they should have done by mistake, while an intentional act is when someone does something on purpose. If a dog walker forgets to close a gate and the dog runs away, that's negligence. But if they open the gate on purpose to let the dog escape, that's an intentional act. Vicarious liability is when an employer is held responsible for the actions of their employees. For example, if a delivery driver crashes the company car while working, the company might have to pay for the damages because the driver was doing their job at the time. The statute of limitations is the time limit for bringing a legal case. It's like having a deadline for making a complaint. If you want to sue someone for a breach of duty, you need to do it within a certain period, or you lose the right to take action. This time limit can be different depending on the type of case and where you live. I hope this exploration into the complexities of breach of duty has provided clarity and a solid understanding of how it can impact your business. Remember, safeguarding your enterprise requires being well-versed in these responsibilities. Stay informed, and don't hesitate to consult with professionals who can help navigate these intricate legalities. If you have any questions or ideas for future videos, please let me know in the comments below.